Hey everyone and welcome back to my channel. Let's take a look at the new patch notes.
Persevere through Sanctuary's torment. Hark to the adventurer. Since our last major update, you have embarked on the Crucible of Justice main quest, overcome insurmountable odds in the Vanguard co-op mode, and soaked in alterations to existing features. This content update introduces the Season 31 Torment upon Torment Battle Pass, balance changes for most classes, and a slew of returning events to earn useful rewards from. An intoxicating fragrance fills the air at a sanctuary, causing the dead to stir erratically in their graves. Hallow's wake is looming. Dust off your ghastly threads and read our article on October 7th for more details. So with this content update, it will take place on September 24th and will be live, obviously, September 25th. New Battle Pass will be dropping later this week. Let's take a look at the cosmetic now. So I actually quite like the look of this cosmetic for once. It's a little bit different to what we've seen in previous Battle Pass, and the colour scheme is totally different from what we've had previously. So this is available from September 26th and it will be available until October 24th. So make sure you complete all of your Battle Pass objectives within that time to gain all the levels and all the rewards possible. So we'll also see the Night Moon Curse cosmetic. So this will be available on the in-game shop and you can purchase this for 1,000 Eternal Orbs. Obviously there will be collector and deluxe versions available also. So if you want it for cross-class, you'll be able to get that in the shop too. I think it's normally about 1,500 orbs, but that will be confirmed obviously once it's live in game. So this is what it kind of looks like. So it's almost like a werewolf kind of look to the character. Not entirely sure how I feel about this. It's not really my kind of vibe. If they're going to bring Howler Hunt back, you guys know that I'm obsessed with that. So yeah, I'd be happy with that. So returning events, we've got Wild Brawl, we've got Shady Stock, Winds of Fortune. So Winds of Fortune is one with the different boosts and stuff. So we've got increased quantity of gold, experience, battle pass points, normal gems and legendary gems. And the activities that will drop these additional rewards include bestiary, challenge rifts, bounties, dungeons, fishing, purge depths, a cursed tower, hidden lairs and open world farming as well. So the battle pass points and normal gems will still be subject to their normal weekly cap. So do bear that in mind when you're doing this event. Also, just to mention, that event runs from October 1st till October 8th at 2:59 AM. We have Alys Blood making a return again with a few changes. All clans on deck, the best way to earn some free legendary gems. Trial of the Horde, so it's quite good that I posted my video for that the other day because it won't be completely outdated, and that's from October 11th. Fire Before Darkness, so this is one with some boosted tasks again. So three tasks is 1 random legendary item, 5 tasks, 3 rare crests, 7 tasks, Telluric Pearl, and 8 tasks is 1 legendary crest. We also have some balance changes for classes. So starting with Barbarian, Spar task change only applies in Battleground. Cooldown is increased from 10.5 to 12 seconds, and these are mainly Battleground changes here. Moving on, we have Crusader. Conjuration of Light, cooldown in Battlegrounds and Rite of Exile is reduced from 32 to 29. Demon Hunter, Pain Sower, change only applies in Battleground. Base attack interval increased from 0.23 to 0.25. Monk, Flying Kick, cooldown reduced from 9 to 7.5 seconds. And there's a little list here of the essences that also applies to for Monk, and that is overall, not just in Battleground. Then moving on, Necromancer, Defiling Swarm, Grin Scythe, change only applies in Battleground. Orbiting Scythe, damage interval increased from 0.2 to 0.5. Tempest, Skein Partner, Rolling Surf, change only applies in Battleground. Cap for Water Daggers is reduced from 8 to 7. And then lastly, Wizard is actually getting a little bit of love here with Teleport. So cooldown is reduced from 12.4 to 10 seconds. Rift Dancer Stride, cooldown reduced from 15 to 12 seconds. And Fractured Footsteps, Time Warped Cloth, Teleport cooldown reduced from 14 to 12 seconds. So that will be quite helpful in Battleground. Moving on to feature updates and kicking this off with runes. So 10 new runes have surfaced in Sanctuary. Remember, runes can appear as a rare monster drop anywhere, but they are most abundant within Abyssal Verge. These runes will become available starting September 30th. Equipment tooltip updates. Rune sockets will now contribute to the score of an item. Bonus to base attributes of an item are reflected in the item's tooltip and will show as an increased value when these affixes are present. Tower War. Tower War has received a variety of changes to gameplay. These changes aim to create a more fun and streamlined experience for everyone. The points required to win a match have been reduced to 1,300 from 1,500. The boss will now appear once 800 points have been acquired by a team. The matchmaking system has been updated to better construct teams of equal strength, and the Sapphire normal gem will now add towards your resonance total for matchmaking purposes in Tower War. Now, I believe they've done this because of the people that basically nerf their legendary gems. They equip smaller gems but have really high, crazy secondaries. So they're actually taking that into consideration and using that to balance these matches a little bit more. I'm not exactly sure what that will look like, but it'll be interesting. I might give it a play to see and make a video on that as well. Leading on from this, we also have Tower War rank changes. Considering how frustrating it is to lose your rank in Tower War after fighting for a long time to reach it, we're changing the way ranks function after several losses. After reaching a major rank within Tower War, you will no longer fall from the major rank but instead stay within the tier. This ensures that as long as you get one of the major ranks, your rank will reduce but not drop to one of the lower ranks before the end of the season. For example, you could still reduce from rank Silver 2 to Silver 1, but not from Silver 1 to Bronze 5. There will also be Tower War compensation for AFK players. For players that lose a Tower War match after a teammate is removed for an activity or a disconnection, we're compensating the loss of the match with a slight reimbursement of overall points. Challenge of the Immortal. Recent data we've collected has shown that the Immortal has been underperforming in matches. We've made the following changes to better balance this activity for both sides. Life and damage gems will begin as effective for the Immortal. The total number of kills required for the Immortal to win has been reduced, so I'll be interested to see what that's like. Shadow goals. All available shadow goals will now be displayed instead of just 3. Warband size has increased from 8 to 12 members. This change was made to offer more flexibility in how warbands can be structured. Now, this one I find quite interesting. I myself have a very active warband. The activity basically, there's full attendance for raids like 99% of the time. So I feel this is more for the warbands that really struggle to get attendance of 8 people for their raids, and maybe for people who don't necessarily, they're not all able to commit to a specific time and date for their raids, but it'd be quite interesting to see that in place. Clan leaders may now change the name of their clan by paying 1,500 platinum. Cooldown period of 7 days will go into effect after a name change is completed for your clan, and this option can be found inside the clan management menu. Damage statistic logs for dungeon runs. Now this I quite like the look of. So this is basically the same as when you use the training ground, and it will show you your damage in dungeons. Now the thing that's great about this is because it is showing you your damage and how it works against actual shielded enemies. So this will show you what your damage is like against the as I said, shields, so the armour, and also against the resistance that monsters and bosses have, because you can't normally see that kind of information when you were testing it at the training ground. Next up, familiars. Our previous update allowed you to empower more than one familiar at once, but only provided the option to empower all familiars directed to level 30. Now you can select how many levels you want to empower any number of familiars. Previously, you could not save your companion or bonded familiar information in Armory, and now you can. Paragon trees. The red dot notification will no longer display when you have acquired 4 Paragon points or more. The number will be displayed inside the Paragon tree menu to display how many Paragon points you have available. Damage numbers display. So a few people asked for this before, so they're basically giving you the option to remove your damage numbers from the screen. Difficulty select menu. A navigation button has been added to this menu for locked difficulties. Selecting it will direct you to the Elite Group boss you must defeat to unlock the corresponding difficulty. And lastly, some bug fixes. So that is it from this update, and that is it from me for this video. Let me know what you're most excited for in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.